A massive winter storm could bury parts of the eastern United States under heavy snow in just 7 days. We are talking about a potential snowstorm that could impact over 70 major cities from Georgia all the way to Maine. And the models this morning are showing something we have not seen in weeks. Right now, multiple forecast models are converging on the same alarming time frame. Next weekend, Valentine's Day weekend. And if you live anywhere from Atlanta to Boston, you need to pay very close attention to what I'm about to show you. Here is what makes this setup so dangerous. We have a powerful cold air mass anchoring itself over the eastern United States. At the same time, a significant moisture source is approaching from the south and west. When these two forces collide, we could see a historic winter weather event for the middle of February. But before we dive into the city-by-city breakdown, let me tell you exactly when you need to be prepared. Mark your calendars. Next Thursday, February 12th. That is when the first wave arrives. Then the main event hits Friday night into Saturday morning, February 14th and 15th. Stay with me because at the 3-minute 20-second mark, I will reveal which cities could see over 12 inches of snow. Let me show you what the European model ran overnight. This is the most reliable long-range model we have. And folks, it is painting a very specific picture. The European model shows snow developing across Atlanta, Augusta, and Columbia, South Carolina by next Saturday morning. Yes, you heard that right. Snow in Georgia and South Carolina. Here is the timeline breaking down hour by hour. Thursday morning, February 12th, light snow begins across parts of Virginia and North Carolina. By Thursday evening, heavier snow develops from Richmond, Virginia, south to Raleigh, North Carolina. This first system drops 2 to 4 inches across the Interstate 95 corridor from Richmond to Raleigh to Fayetteville. Then we get a brief break Friday morning, but do not let that fool you. The main event is still coming. Friday evening, February 13th, around 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the second and much larger system begins to develop. Heavy moisture streams in from the Gulf of Mexico. Meanwhile, that Arctic high-pressure system over New England starts pumping cold air southward. This sets up what meteorologists call cold air damming. Let me explain cold air damming because this is critical to understanding why this storm could be so impactful. Cold air damming happens when high pressure sits over the northeast and funnels cold, dense air down the eastern slopes of the Appalachian Mountains. That cold air gets trapped against the mountains. It has nowhere to go. So when warm, moist air tries to move in from the south, it rides up and over that wedge of cold air. That is when you get heavy snow in places that normally see rain. The Canadian model is even more aggressive. It shows heavy, wet snow breaking out across Louisville, Kentucky, Lexington, Kentucky, Charleston, West Virginia, and Asheville, North Carolina by next Saturday evening. We are talking about snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour in some locations. Now let me give you the city-by-city breakdown you have been waiting for. Comment below where you live, and I will give you a more detailed forecast for your specific area. Starting in the Deep South, Atlanta, Georgia, current forecast shows snow beginning Saturday morning, February 15th, around 6 a.m. Duration 4 to 6 hours. Potential accumulation 2 to 5 inches. This would be the first significant snow in Atlanta since January 2023. Augusta, Georgia, snow starts Saturday morning around 7 a.m. Duration 3 to 5 hours. Potential accumulation 1 to 4 inches. Columbia, South Carolina, snow begins Saturday morning between 6 and 8 a.m. Duration 4 to 7 hours. Potential accumulation 3 to 7 inches. The Midlands of South Carolina could see the highest totals in the state. Charleston, South Carolina, mixed precipitation starts Saturday morning. Could see some snow mixing with sleet and rain. Accumulation near 0 to 2 inches. Greenville, South Carolina, snow begins Friday evening around 10 p.m. and continues through Saturday afternoon. Duration 12 to 16 hours. Potential accumulation 6 to 10 inches. The upstate of South Carolina is in the bullseye for this event. Charlotte, North Carolina, heavy snow develops Friday night around 11 p.m. Duration 14 to 18 hours. Potential accumulation 8 to 14 inches. Charlotte could see one of the highest snow totals from this storm. Raleigh, North Carolina, snow begins late Friday night around midnight. Duration 12 to 16 hours. Potential accumulation 6 to 12 inches. The Triangle area needs to prepare for significant impacts. Greensboro, North Carolina, snow starts Friday evening around 9 p.m. Duration 16 to 20 hours. Potential accumulation 10 to 16 inches. This could be a crippling snowstorm for the Piedmont region. Asheville, North Carolina, snow begins Friday afternoon around 4 p.m. Duration 20 to 24 hours, potential accumulation 12 to 20 inches. The mountains of western North Carolina could see near blizzard conditions. Now moving into Virginia. Richmond, Virginia, the first round hits Thursday evening with 2 to 4 inches. Then the main event arrives Friday night with an additional 6 to 10 inches, total accumulation 8 to 14 inches. Norfolk, Virginia, mixed precipitation Thursday night, then heavier snow Friday night into Saturday. Total accumulation 4 to 8 inches. Virginia Beach, Virginia, similar to Norfolk. Mixed precipitation changing to snow. Total accumulation 3 to 7 inches. Roanoke, Virginia, snow begins Friday evening. Duration 18 to 22 hours. Potential accumulation 10 to 16 inches. Now here comes the critical information for the Mid-Atlantic. Baltimore, Maryland, snow develops Friday night around 10 p.m. Duration 16 to 20 hours. Accumulation 8 to 14 inches. Major travel impacts expected Saturday. Washington, D.C., snow begins Friday night around 11 p.m. Duration 14 to 18 hours. Accumulation 7 to 13 inches. Federal offices may need to close Saturday. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, snow starts Saturday morning around 2 a.m. Duration 12 to 16 hours. Accumulation 6 to 12 inches. Wilmington, Delaware, snow begins Saturday morning around 3 a.m. Duration 10 to 14 hours. Accumulation 5 to 10 inches. Atlantic City, New Jersey, snow starts Saturday morning around 4 a.m. Duration 8 to 12 hours. Accumulation 4 to 8 inches. Trenton, New Jersey, snow begins Saturday morning around 3 a.m. Duration 10 to 14 hours. Accumulation 6 to 11 inches. Newark, New Jersey, snow starts Saturday morning around 4 a.m. Duration 8 to 12 hours. Accumulation 4 to 9 inches. New York City, snow begins Saturday morning around 5 a.m. Duration 6 to 10 hours. Accumulation 3 to 7 inches. This could impact Broadway shows and restaurants on Valentine's Day evening. Now for Long Island and southern New England. Eastern Long Island, including the Hamptons, snow begins Saturday afternoon around 1 p.m. Duration 6 to 10 hours, accumulation 3 to 6 inches. Hartford, Connecticut, snow starts Saturday morning around 4 a.m. Duration 10 to 14 hours, accumulation 5 to 10 inches. New Haven, Connecticut, snow begins Saturday morning around 5 a.m. Duration 8 to 12 hours, accumulation 4 to 8 inches. Providence, Rhode Island, snow starts Saturday morning around 6 a.m. Duration 8 to 12 hours. Accumulation 4 to 9 inches. Boston, Massachusetts, snow begins Saturday morning around 7 a.m. Duration 10 to 14 hours. Accumulation 6 to 12 inches. Logan Airport could see significant delays. Worcester, Massachusetts, snow starts Saturday morning around 6 a.m. Duration 12 to 16 hours, accumulation 8 to 14 inches. Central Massachusetts could see higher totals than the coast. Springfield, Massachusetts, snow begins Saturday morning around 5 a.m. Duration 12 to 16 hours, accumulation 7 to 13 inches. Plymouth, Massachusetts, snow starts Saturday morning around 8 a.m. Duration 8 to 12 hours, accumulation 5 to 10 inches. Cape Cod, including Hyannis and Provincetown, snow begins Saturday afternoon around noon, duration 10 to 14 hours. Accumulation 6 to 12 inches. The Cape could see some of the heaviest snow in Massachusetts. Now here is something you need to understand about the timing. This is not going to be a quick moving system. We are looking at a prolonged snow event lasting 12 to 24 hours in many locations. That means snow will be falling during the evening commute, Friday, overnight Friday into Saturday, and during the day Saturday. Valentine's Day plans may need to be adjusted. The ensemble models are also showing strong agreement. The European ensemble has 51 different members. When you average them all together, it shows a solid 2-inch mean snowfall all the way down to northern Georgia. That is significant. The ensemble is telling us this is not just one crazy model run. Multiple scenarios are showing snow in the Deep South. Temperature-wise, we are trending much colder for next weekend. Areas that were forecast to be near average temperatures are now looking 15 to 20 degrees below average. Burlington, Vermont could see actual air temperatures near 25 degrees below zero Sunday morning. With wind chills, we could be talking about 35 to 40 degrees below zero across northern New England. Boston could see wind chills near 15 degrees below zero Sunday morning. New York City wind chills near 5 degrees below zero. Even as far south as Charlotte, North Carolina, wind chills could drop to near 10 degrees above zero Sunday morning. The pattern setting up is classic cold air damming. We have a trough anchored very far to the east over the Atlantic. This positions a cold, high-pressure system over New England and southeastern Canada. That high pressure funnels cold air southward along the eastern slopes of the Appalachians. Meanwhile, energy and moisture approach from the southwest. That moisture runs into the wall of cold air and we get snow, lots of it. One thing that concerns me about this setup is the storm could be strong enough to produce snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour. When you get those heavy snowfall rates, you can quickly accumulate significant amounts. 6 to 12 inches can fall in just 6 to 8 hours. Another concern is the weight of the snow. With temperatures right around 32 degrees Fahrenheit, this will be heavy, wet snow. This is the kind of snow that breaks tree limbs and power lines. If we get 8 to 12 inches of heavy, wet snow, we could see widespread power outages, especially in areas with a lot of trees. Here is what you need to do right now to prepare. If you live anywhere from Georgia to Maine, start getting ready today. Stock up on essentials. Bread, milk, batteries, flashlights. Make sure you have a way to heat your home if the power goes out. Fill up your gas tank. Charge all your devices. If you have travel plans for next weekend, especially Valentine's Day, start making backup plans now. Airlines will likely start issuing travel waivers by Wednesday next week. If you are flying, check your flight status frequently starting Thursday. The weekend before this storm arrives, that is this weekend, is your time to prepare. Do not wait until next week. Stores will be crowded. Shelves will be empty. Get what you need now while supplies are plentiful. I will have another update tomorrow morning with the latest model runs. We will see if this forecast holds together or if things shift. Make sure you are subscribed so you get notified when that video drops. Comment below your city and I will give you the latest forecast for your area. This could be the biggest winter storm of the season for the eastern United States. We have not seen a setup like this in over 2 years. The combination of deep cold air and significant moisture is rare for mid-February. If this forecast verifies, we could be talking about a historic snowstorm. One more thing. Next Sunday morning, the day after the storm, temperatures are going to crash. We are talking about some of the coldest air of the winter season. Actual air temperatures could be near zero or below zero across much of the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. Make sure you have a way to stay warm. That is all for now. Stay safe out there. Keep checking back for updates. And again, comment your location below for a detailed forecast. This is a developing situation and things can still change, but right now, all signs point to a major winter storm.